Well, how you doing? Your Paw Paw coming to you again. I got something in my craw I got to talk about. I told you about that new car I got and how difficult it is. Oh man, trying to start it. Well, you got time for me and Ethel to go on a trip. So I said, well, I got to go get some gas for that car. I ain't never filled it up before. So I went down here to the place called QT. I don't know what the QT stand for, but I went down there and I pulled up to the pump. And man, I looked at them nozzles and they had all sorts of stuff. Had 87, had 88, had 93, and something called flex gas. I said, what? I said, I wish it was them good old days when I was growing up. Man, it was so different. It wasn't nothing but regular or Ethel. Yep, same as my wife, Ethel. You go in and say, I want Ethel. Or I want, you didn't have to get out of your car neither. No, you never pump your own gas. They were called service stations back then. And you know what they do? Now, young folk don't believe me. I tell my grandkids about this. They say, no, Paw Paw, you just pulling our leg. They didn't used to do that. Because, see, they ain't using nothing but you getting out pumping your own gas. Well, let me tell you. We pull in there. I remember I was a little old boy. And the man come out and he say, what can I do for you, Mr. Stote? He said, my daddy would say, put in some regular. And he said, all right, sir. He'd go over there and he'd open up the can and he'd open up the lid and put it in the nozzle in there and a little ball go around there on the pump. I just love looking at that little ball go around, And then you know what he'd do? He'd go over there and start checking the air and all your tires. Yeah, go around and check all 4 of them. If they needed air, he'd put air in them. Then you know what he'd do? He'd lift up the hood. He'd take an old rag out of his pocket. You can tell he done used it 100 times. And he'd pull out that stick and he'd rub it through that rag. Then he'd look at it. He said, Mr. Stone, you're doing okay. You're all good. And he closed the hood. You think he finished? No. He cleaned the windshield. Cleaned the front windshield. He go back, clean the back windshield. I remember just looking up at him while he cleaning it. Oh, he just doing a good job. And then he had his little old broom, looked like a half broom, like a midget broom. And he'd go open the door and he'd sweep out the floor where you put your feet. That's right. All that while your gas was coming into you. He'd be talking to you, you'd be visiting with him. Because you get to know him, because you go to the same station, and you'd say, hey, Leroy, how your little boy doing? He said, he doing good. He playing baseball now. And you talk and all that. And you fellas, you just get to know them folk. And if you had a flat tire, all you had to do, take it down there and they'd fix it for you. Not now. You go try to get a flat tire fixed at a gas station. It ain't gonna happen. Well, let me go back to my story. So I'm trying to figure out, first of all, which one of them knobs I'm supposed to use. 88, 87, 93. It don't say Ethel. And I can't hardly see no regular somewhere. Well, I finally figured out I'm going to use the one that says something like 88. Well, then I come around. Well, then it asked for this card. It said, put your card in. I said, my card? Ethel said, they looking for your credit card, Paw Paw. I said, well, all right. I guess I got one of them. And then there's nowhere to put it in, or you just tap it, or do what to it. I can't figure that out. And they want to know if I was a special member. If I was, put my number in. I don't know if I joined or not. So anyway, then I started trying to figure out where to put the gas in this new car. Okay, I find where the door opens. Back when we was a boy, and in my old car, I just walk up there and put my thumb right there in this little dent in there and I open that door. Just open that door. And then I got the cap. I just untwist it and put the nozzle in there and start pumping that gas. You think it's that simple now? No. First of all, I don't see no place to put my finger in there to open that door. No, and I push on it, no nothing happen. I try to get my fingernail under there, don't nothing happen. So I take out my pocket knife. Yeah, I know it. I know what you're thinking. Paw Paw, you got your pocket knife with you? I said, yes, I do. And I take out my pocket knife. And I try to open that thing up. And I said, well, maybe I just got to pry it open with my pocket knife. So I get out there and I try to pry it open. You think it come open? No. So I go in there to fill a station. I say, my cap, well, my door won't open so I can put gas in my car. They say, well, mister. I said, they don't know me. They don't know me. They don't know nothing about me. Don't call me Paw Paw. They just say, mister. Said, there's a button somewhere in your car that'll open that door. They said, either going to be up there on your under your dash or down there by your seat. I said, oh, my goodness. So I go out there and I say, Ethel, they tell me there's a button somewhere I got to push and make that door open. So I look down there by my seat. And I said, doggone it, I done found it, Ethel, look. It's a knob down there. In fact, there's 2 or 3 knobs down there. So I think I got it. So I pull that knob. You know what happened? You think that door opens back there on my gate? No, my seat goes back. I said, Ethel, I done figured out how to move the seats after all. We've been reaching down in the front of it trying to figure out how we could get it to move. It won't move, but this little knob, I push it back and it moves. I said, my word, Ethel. We might not get no gas, but we can move our seat now. Well, there's another knob down there. It's up front like that. And I said, I'll push it down. And I push it down. You know what happened? You ain't going to believe what happened. My back of my seat started going back. I said, Ethel, look, we can take a nap in here now. It's like a recliner. She ain't amused. She said, we need gas, Paw Paw. You quit doing that stuff. I said, well, the knob ain't down here evidently, so it may be somewhere up on the dash. So I get to looking. And I see, well, there's something there that look kind of like I don't know, I can't even see. It's just something on the knob, but I can't see. It ain't knobs, it's buttons. And I'm looking, and I see some pictures on them, but I can't figure out what it is. So I said, well, I'm going to push one of them and see what happens. I push one, and I hear this boom. I said, what happened, Ethel? She said, I don't know, Paw Paw. So I get out and I said, well, maybe the lid open now and I can get my gas. Well, I go out there. You think the lid's open? No, it ain't open. But my trunk is. I said, Ethel, that thing done open my trunk. So I got to go over and slam the trunk shut. Then I go back. And I try to look at them buttons again. They don't make them big enough to see, and they put them in a dark place. Why don't they make it light enough? And so finally I push this button in here. Click. I said, well, Ethel, maybe this is it. And I go back there, sure enough, the old little door cracked a little bit. I said, oh, I pull it out. And then I look at the cap, and it's done hooked on there with some kind of plastic string or something. I said, oh. So then I go to turning it. Rip, pull it out. Then I say, all right, I got to open Ethel, let me go get my knob now. So I get back to get my knob, and guess what? It done gone back to nothing. It done gone back like I never been there. So I got to take my credit card out again. I got to go through the whole rigmarole again to figure out what gas I'm going to use. And then I'm about to decide, well, I bet my door shuts on the gas before I'm doing this too. So I get back in and I stick the knob in there. Push down on the thing where you used to get gas, you know. It doesn't happen. I look up at the pump, see if it's working. Ain't got no little ball you can look at. Ain't nothing happening. So I said, what's going on? So I went in there to the man working in there. I said, they ain't don't give me no gas. He said, well, you got to push it in there a certain way because it's got this safety thing on it that you got to push it in there till it makes it sure you got that some converter catalytic something, and then it'll work. I said, what? He said, yeah, you got to push it in hard there, mister. So he don't know me. He don't know me from Adam. So I go back and I say, Ethel, got to push it in harder. So I ram it in there, push down on that thing, and finally some gas gets it coming out. So I'm looking up at the pump, And boy, I ain't never seen the dollars go up so fast in all my life. Man, they going around $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. And finally I'm looking up and it said $35. And the thing will boop. I put down, it won't put no more in there. I said, well, I get it full, Ethel. So I get out and I take it out and I go to turn the knob. You know, back in the day we had to twist them. I do this one about 3 times and click, 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 and it stopped. I said, Ethel, you think this thing's on? I didn't move it but about 3 times. I'm a little afraid to shut the door on that lid too, because I'm afraid I won't never get it open again. But they say you better do it, so I closed it. I get there in the car. I put my foot on the brake like they said to do, and I push that start button and vroom. And then I look over there at the fuel gauge, and sure enough, it goes all the way full. Oh, Lordy be. I did it, y'all. It was complicated. I don't know why that thing got to be so complicated, but it was complicated. But I got it. And I thank y'all for listening, and I just hope y'all have a better time than I got trying to figure out this new car. You got to be a done pilot to figure it out. But anyhow, that's for another day. All right, God bless you all, and goodbye.